Imagine a world at its peak, a vibrant Bronze Age where great civilizations flourished. Then, with the suddenness of a tempest, a new terror emerged. From the vast, uncharted expanse of the sea, they came, the enigmatic Sea Peoples. Their ships, like shadows on the horizon, brought an unprecedented wave of destruction. Empires that had stood for centuries crumbled before their onslaught. The mighty Hittites were no more. The proud Mycenaeans vanished. Even the mighty pharaohs of Egypt fought desperately for survival, narrowly repelling the invaders. These mysterious raiders swept across the Mediterranean, pillaging, burning, and then, just as mysteriously, disappearing. Their arrival marked not just the end of an era, but the abrupt descent into a period of darkness, a dark age whose origins remained shrouded in the very mists from which they emerged. Imagine the scene. Dublin Castle, 1907. A buzz of anticipation in the air as King Edward VII prepares for his imminent visit. The crown jewels, Ireland's most precious royal regalia, were secured within the formidable Bedford Tower, locked away and under guard. But in the days leading up to the king's arrival, something unthinkable happened. They vanished. Poof, gone. A scandal of epic proportions. A mystery that gripped the nation and left authorities baffled. Suspicions swirled, whispers of conspiracy, even a prominent aristocrat's nephew was named. Yet no culprit was ever found, no jewels recovered. Today, these magnificent symbols of a bygone era remain lost, a haunting enigma, a testament to one of Ireland's most audacious and enduring unsolved mysteries. Imagine a land simmering with discontent. In 1881, deep within Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, a figure emerged who would ignite a firestorm. Muhammad Ahmad, a devout Sufi mystic, declared himself the Mahdi, the divinely guided Redeemer prophesied to restore justice. His message resonated with the Sudanese people, weary of foreign rule. He called for a holy war, an Islamic revival to cast off the Ottoman Egyptian yoke. Suddenly, a unified Sudanese nation rose in a massive uprising, an unstoppable wave of faith and fury. The British, supporting the Egyptian administration, found themselves facing not just a rebellion, but a burgeoning empire. The legendary siege of Khartoum, where General Gordon made his doomed last stand, became a symbol of this defiance. The Mahdist state was born, a powerful new force in Africa, a startling challenge to the colonial powers of the era. In the year 1887, in Cleveland, Ohio, two ambitious scientists stood on the precipice of a cosmic revelation. For centuries, the universe was thought to be filled with a mysterious substance, a sort of invisible ocean called the luminiferous ether, through which light waves rippled. Albert Michelson and Edward Morley designed an experiment of unparalleled precision, aiming to detect Earth's motion through this very ether. They theorized, if the Earth was indeed moving, they should observe a subtle, measurable shift in the speed of light. But what they found was utterly astonishing. Nothing. Absolutely zero. No ether wind, no ripple, no trace of the supposed cosmic medium. This profound null result, this unexpected silence, would shatter existing paradigms and pave the way for a revolution in our understanding of space, time, and the very fabric of reality. The dawn of relativity. The year is 1854. On the sun-baked goldfields of Ballarat, a simmering discontent was about to erupt. For years, miners had toiled under a system of burdensome licenses and unjust taxes, a heavy price for the hope of striking it rich. But hope was turning to anger, and a rebellion brewed beneath the surface. Then, a symbol of defiance, the Eureka flag. Inspired, the miners erected a fortified stockade, a desperate stand against an oppressive regime. In a brutal dawn raid, government troops descended, a shocking assault that left dozens dead. Yet in the blood spilled on the dusty ground, the seeds of freedom were sown, an act of courage that would echo through history, marking a pivotal moment in the birth of democracy. Imagine, the year is 1908. Beneath the relentless sun, on the dusty, windswept plains of Crete, archaeologists toil within the crumbling remains of a magnificent ancient Minoan palace. The air hums with the promise of discovery, each shovel of earth a step back in time. Then, a gasp. Buried deep, a startling find, a clay disc, no larger than a hand. But it's not the material that astounds, it's the surface, imprinted with hundreds of tiny, spiraling symbols. This is unlike any writing ever seen, a unique blend of hieroglyphs and pictograms. What stories does this enigmatic object hold? Who etched these symbols? And for what purpose? To this day, its message remains a profound mystery, an enduring enigma from a lost civilization, a secret whispered across millennia. For centuries, humanity looked to the heavens, certain of its place. Earth, they believed, stood still, the undisputed center of a celestial ballet, a truth etched in stone by ancient philosophers and reinforced by the most powerful institution on earth, the Church. But in the year 1543, from the quiet study of a Polish canon named Nicholas Copernicus, a radical idea began to bloom. His meticulous observations, painstakingly gathered, whispered a different story, a tale that defied millennia of ingrained wisdom. What if, he dared to suggest, the sun, not our Earth, was the fixed heart of the cosmos? What if our planet was merely one of many, a humble wanderer in orbit around that fiery star? This audacious concept, the Copernican Revolution, shattered the established order, forever changing how we understood our universe and our place within it.